Welcome everyone who's tuning in. This is our first LinkedIn Live, and we're so excited to be here today for Career Alive, where we share actionable advice so you can find a career that makes you come alive.
Yes.
Yeah. So today's topic for our first LinkedIn Live is what makes you come alive? And I'm so excited to be here with my dear friend Anna. And Anna, do you want to kick off by introducing yourself?
Sure. First of all, thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it, and it's beyond my wildest dreams to be having this conversation here with Theresa and with all of you. So I'm Anna Goehner, bilingual career strategist, certified HR professional, and I help people and career changers seeking human resources and business support roles. I help you become your chief career officer. I love saying this. I usually write about career change, job search, HR, employee onboarding, and belonging. I'm originally from Brazil, but I've been to the US for many years, and I love to dance. So now you, Teresa.
I'm so glad to be here with you, Anna. I'm Theresa White, and you know how so many people are stuck in frustrating and unfulfilling jobs? That's really where my passion lies, because what I love to do is guide them to dive deep to find what it is that they're really meant to do, and then empower them to find a fulfilling career. Because I really, really believe that everyone can find a fulfilling and meaningful career that makes them come alive. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Um, I'm originally from Germany, but moved to Hawaii 13 years ago and have been living here ever since. And I'd love for everyone tuning in, if you want to drop into the chat where you're listening from, so we can get an idea of where everyone is from. That would be awesome. Say hi and drop in the chat where you're from. And also,
Yes.
if you have any questions at all during our LinkedIn Live, just drop them in the chat. And if we will try to address as many questions as we can, but if for some reason we cannot, then we'll make sure that we answer them in DMs or in posts later on and send that to you.
Yeah.
To kick off our topic, what makes you come alive, do you want to start by sharing what makes you come alive, Anna?
Sure. So I also wanted to mention that I'm tuning in from North Carolina. So drop in the comments where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where you are and anything else you want to share. So I want to share what makes me come alive. I love to educate people. So if you get anything out of my comments, that's exactly what I want. I want I don't want you to just gather the information. I want to get that information and run with it. Take it as your own. Get something out of that content. So it doesn't mean that I want to be a teacher and work in a school, but it means that I love to pass along information. It's really something that makes me come alive. And when I think about all the previous jobs that I had and all the tasks and the activities and the accomplishments, they're all around sharing information, sharing knowledge. And it's actually like it makes me a little emotional because it's actually the reason why I wanted to be in HR. Is the reason why I wanted to be the resource for people. And I used to manage 3 different inboxes and get give information to people at all times, manage websites and these different things. And it made me feel alive. It made me feel seen and heard. I'm not saying you need to be in HR to have this feeling, because today with what I do, that's exactly how I feel. Every time I post something on LinkedIn or somebody reach me, like send me a message, and I'm able to help that person sometimes if just by answering a question, that makes me come alive. And that's why I'm here. And yeah, I'm very happy to be here today with Teresa. So Teresa, now it's your turn.
I just love what you said, what you shared. And it's just like I can just see you light up every time that you get to share all your knowledge with others. And I just always love to see when you light up and get to share and help others. What makes me come alive? Of course, there's also things outside of work that make me come alive, like my 2 kids. I have a 10-month-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter. Just being in Hawaii, often just the beautiful nature around me makes me come alive. And I love dancing. I dance Argentine tango. That's one other thing that makes me come alive. But that wasn't always the case. if you read my post today, not too long ago, 5 years ago, I was stuck in a job that I just wasn't the right one for me. And I was really drained. And it drained me so much that even though I live in this beautiful environment, I just didn't even have the energy to enjoy it. And I was not alive at work, and I wasn't alive outside of work. And I'm so glad that I'm no longer in that place, because it was really a hard place to be in if you're working many long hours and it's just frustrating and draining all the energy that you have. The biggest change for me, and that's what I share today, is that I got to do a deep dive into myself to figure out what makes me come alive, and then was able to find a career that aligns with that. And now I really can say that I'm like energized and happy, no matter if I'm working or outside of work. And what it is that makes me really come alive is solving problems. I absolutely love to figure out problems. And the question that really set me on fire is, what am I meant to do? And what is everyone else around me meant to do? Because so many people are stuck in their career that doesn't make them happy. So figuring out the problem and helping others put together the puzzle of how their skills and their strengths and their values and their interests and what makes them come alive all come together and fit together in one career, figuring that problem out and finding that right solution, and then seeing that aha moment, then they finally have clarity on what they really want to do. That is the best feeling for me. That is like what truly, truly makes me come alive.
Yes, that's awesome. I mean, I just want to point this out to everybody. Think about, you live in Hawaii and you still can enjoy it, right? And you are unhappy, you're unfulfilled. So this is just a point that I wanted to make here, because sometimes we think that outside things, not necessarily people, because yes, people make us come alive. I have so many people in my life that makes me come alive, but sometimes we think that certain things or moving to a different place is going to make you come alive. It might, but when it comes to like your career, I always think about the who you are, the different gathering the different skills and assessment and things like that, and your why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing today? You have to have that, you have to have that intrinsic motivation to do the job, because if you don't have that, yeah, you're gonna have things outside of work that they make you come alive outside of work, but you're spend 40 plus, because nobody just works 40 hours a day, doing a lot of things that don't make you come alive. That we need to fix that.
I 100% agree with you, Anna. So let's dive into it. Actually, we have so many amazing people tuning in. So if
Yes.
you think of one thing that makes you come alive, drop it in the chat. Again, if you have questions, also drop them in the chat. But if everyone can write one thing that makes them come alive at work or outside of work in the chat, I'd love to see what it is that makes all of you come alive. Now let's dive into the question, because a lot of times when we're stuck in a frustrating career that we're just drained and not happy in, we might not even know what it is that might make us come alive. Do you want to share some tips and advice, Anna, of what you can do to figure out what lights you up? Where you can find that spark?
Sure. So the first thing I would say goes along with some of the words that I already mentioned. It's about self-reflection, right? I would say take some time away from your phone in a quiet space, get a piece of paper and start thinking about the tasks that you are doing today that you enjoy. What are the things that you're doing at work today that you truly enjoy, that gives you that brings you into a state of flow? What is a state of flow? You are doing things, let's say, I know Theresa loves to be on Canva. So let's say she can be on Canva all day, and I also love Canva. So you like design, for example. That's something that, okay, so I'm doing this today for work and I really enjoy doing this. But also do the opposite. What are the tasks that you're doing today that you really don't like? Like, I know I've done lots of things that I didn't like and I was good at. Like, I learned many skills. I know a lot of IT skills that, I didn't really like, but I learned. So the same way, like what you don't like today in your current job, then think about your previous jobs, because that also can help you. What were the tasks that you did, let's say, in a previous job that you really enjoy but maybe you're not doing today? Same thing with the previous tasks that you didn't enjoy doing. the self-reflection, and there's so many things that you can do there, but I feel like just thinking about your current and previous experience is going to give you some ideas of tasks that you enjoy. Or the other thing is, if you do, if you have a hobby or a side hustle outside of work and you're doing something that you really enjoy, that's another, skill that you have, that if you are doing, let's say, your full-time job around that skill, that can also be something that makes you come alive. So how about you, Theresa? Can you share
Yeah,
one?
of course. So yeah, no, I absolutely love what you're saying, because I do think when we reflect on past experience or what we currently do, and then we can put that into categories. Okay, those are the things that make me come alive, and those are the things that drain me. We can really, and putting it on paper is important, not just thinking about it, but writing it down, to really get a clear idea of what is it that you really enjoy doing, and what are the things you might be really good, as you said, Anna, but they drain you.
Yeah.
In addition to that, I do believe it helps to ask yourself deep dive questions. So I'll share three of those that I always use with clients today. So one question I like to ask is, what problem affecting your world would you love to solve? In your world, you can define as your family or your community or the world at larger. But what is the problem that you would absolutely love to solve? That often gets you to where your interest really lies. What are you passionate about? What is it that you would love to solve if you could? The second question is, and that really ties into what you just said, there are moments in most of our lives where we're so absorbed in a task that we lose all track of time. Think about times when that happened to you. When were you so absorbed and enjoyed doing so much that you forgot time even exists? For me, one of the things that when it happens is Canva. I can start creating a Canva image. 2 hours later, I'm still creating Canva images, and I forgot that 2 hours just passed. But those are things in your life, you might not even pay too much attention to them, but really think about what it is where you get really absorbed in a task. And the last question I want to share today is, what would you attempt to do if you knew that you could not fail? Because so many times it's fear that's holding us back. If we take fear out of the equation and think about what would we do if we could do anything, that also gives you really key ideas of what it is that makes you come alive, that you would love to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple more things to share here. So I would also say networking is an incredible tool that you have in your favor. So this is what I usually advise my clients to do when they start thinking about a career change. First, I will research. Do your research, learn more about the field on your own, read books, take classes, courses. There's so many free things that you have access to just to learn more about the field. If it's still something that you really want to pursue, networking is your friend. Because networking, I'm saying this from my own experience, networking prevented me from getting degrees, spending thousands of dollars in courses and classes for careers that were not a good fit for me. So I would say talk to as many people as possible. I'm not saying 2 3 people, I'm saying maybe 10, maybe 15, different industries, just to kind of get a better feel for what it's like to work. Let's say you want to do HR in a tech company, or you want to do HR for, I don't know, a small company. It's all different. It's all different. So the more you gather information and learn more about what people are doing, the better. So the other thing I have to share is values, your non-negotiables. If it's a non-negotiable for you to work from home, for example, and the company has some sort of hybrid policy that they want you in the office 3 days a week, and they tell you the days that they want you there, that may be an issue for you, especially if you have, you're taking care of somebody at home and you really need to be there for them, or your values are learning opportunities, climbing up the career ladder, and you see that there might be issues there. So the work environment also can be quite important. Let's say you can't stand open offices and that's what they have. So it's just like values. Think about your values, your non-negotiables. Of course, there are going to be times when you have to compromise. Like, you have a list of 10 different things. Maybe they can meet you, they can meet 7 of those things, and 3 you're going to have to compromise. But I think this, combination of different things are going to help you find the job that makes you come alive.
That's a great point. Yes, I think the work environment is such an important factor, because we can have the perfect job. Like, I could do work that I absolutely love, but maybe I'm in an office with a toxic work environment. Maybe there's people that just don't align with my values. And even though the work I do, I really love, it's the environment around me that's just not the right one. Some people thrive in a bustling, busy office.
Yeah.
Others just really need a quiet space. I'm one of the one. I need a quiet place to myself when I work. Like, if there's distractions around me, it just doesn't work for me. But it's different for everyone. And being very clear on what it is that you need to do your best work and that allows you to thrive, having clarity on that is such an important part of finding work that makes you come alive.
Yeah. So let's go over the comments really quick here. So I see people tuning in from Dallas, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia. Yes. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Got
We're
a
so
couple
happy to
hellos
see all of
here.
you.
Memphis. I love Dalia's comments. Okay, let me
I
share
know. I
this
was just
one.
saying, it's like,
Yes, you are. You
thank
are.
you. You are enough. And I think that is something that so many of us struggle with, that we don't think we're enough or that we're not capable enough. And realizing that you are enough and what you bring to the table is enough. And I love to say that to people, because often when I start working with clients, they feel like there's a million things they need to do. They need to get another 3 master's degree and 10 certifications and all that experience in order to get where they want to go. But almost all the cases, that's not true. What you have within you is really all you need to get where you want to go. Maybe there's a certification here or there,
Yeah.
but you really have within you what you need. And yeah, you are enough.
Yes. And I see Brittany's comment. This is something that you're working on now, the thing that makes you come alive. Yes, keep working on, that's like, it took me like me, I want to joke here, but like it took me 1 million different career books, because I've always been drawn to like career stuff, like for many,
Yeah.
many years. And it took me so many assessments. I'm obsessed with assessments because to me, I feel like assessments give you language. Like, I've
Yes.
always been this person who loved to educate, but I never called myself a teacher because I'm not in a classroom. Like, I tried that for a day, it didn't work out for me. But I feel like sometimes it's good for you to understand who you are. Let's say, as an introvert, like, I know I need, like Theresa mentioned, I need a quiet space, right? That's how I concentrate, and I know, you know, uh, it's just kind of how something works for you, like how you're wired, because we are all unique. We are unique. You can take a bunch of assessment tests, and yeah, we could have had the exact same results, but still, we would be, we would be different, right? So it's
And
important to do the self-evaluation, self-reflection for sure.
And yeah, now that you bring up assessments, there's definitely one piece of advice that I want to mention, and it's an assessment I really, really love, but I don't think too many people even know about it. It's called Sparketype. So if you have 10 minutes, because it's only 10 minutes, go to Sparketype, and it's an assessment that lets you find the work that makes you come alive. It like figures out the tasks, the ones that really spark you. And it's something different for everyone. There's some people that are mavens, and they're the ones who love to learn. It's like the people who just cannot stop learning, like learning just lights them up. Or maybe you're a maker. You love making ideas manifest, and you love creating things. That's what makes you come alive. Or maybe you're a nurturer. You're the one who loves to give care, take care, offer support. You're the one who sees others, hears others, holds others. And that's what fills you up. Or you're like Anna, you're a sage. You love to awaken insights and love to share your insights. Or maybe you're like me, like a scientist who loves to figure things out. Like, that just lights me up even saying it. The process of discovery and finding solutions to help others, it really is what gives my work and my life meaning. So again, the assessment is called Sparketype, Sparketype, Sparketype. If you type that into Google, you'll get right to the assessment, and it's 10 minutes that are so worth spending.
Yes, and it's great. Like, it's free. And there's a book also if you want more information about it. We both have it, but like, you get your results, it's free, and it just kind of gives you language. It helps you understand yourself a little better. But like I said, it's a combination of things. It's never going to be just one straight thing, right? So I encourage you all to keep, doing that self work and trying to learn more about yourselves, because that's what's going to help you. So I see more comments here. So yeah, I don't know if you can type it in the comments,
Yeah, that's
Theresa.
what I'm trying to do right now.
So hi, Rigo from Memphis. Hi, Phil. So glad to see you here. Andrew. Yeah, I love the comments here.
I wish I would know how to put on some text here, and I do not know how to do this.
Okay,
And
no, that's fine.
Do you know how to put Sparketype in?
We can type it after the live as a comment. But it's Spark, like the word is Spark, Spark, and then type TYPE. So it's Spark type. Yeah. It's, that's, if you just Google it, you're going to see it there. Yeah.
But no, it does not let me write anything in here, but we'll make sure to add it to the comments after.
We'll type it. We'll put the link in the comments after the live. So
yes. Yeah. Awesome. Well, our 20 minutes just flew by, but this is only the first of many of our LinkedIn lives. So we're going to be live again at the same time next Thursday. Our topic next Thursday will be personal branding. So we're going to take what sparks you a little bit further, or what makes you come alive a little bit further, and how to incorporate that into your personal brand. And we'd love to see all of you next Thursday again. We had such a great time. We're so happy that so many of you showed up today. And we can't wait to see you again next Thursday.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you got it, Dalia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. It is. Perfect. Thank you, Dalia.
Yes.
We so appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for showing up. This is like, oh, I'm so happy right now. No. Like, it's beyond my wildest dreams, as I said in the beginning. It's, I was so happy when Theresa invited me to do this with her, and I really appreciate you all showing up. Thank you so much. And yeah, next week, same time, personal branding, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes. Thanks again for being here. We'd love to connect with all of you. So make sure, if you're not connected to us, that you send both of us a connection request. If you have any questions at all, both of our inboxes are open, I'm sure, for you too, Anna.
Absolutely.
Feel free to shoot us any questions you have via DMs. And then we're also going to, at least whatever, everything I shared today will be live to review it later on, but I also make sure to put it into a post.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll see you Thursday. Bye.
Bye.